Welcome everybody to another episode of Hub's Huddle. Today is Thursday, October 11th, 2018, and today I want to discuss the big matchup tonight on Thursday Night Football between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. Must win for both teams. Giants rolling in at 1-4. The Eagles are coming in at 2-3. This right here is a must win for both of them. In the NFC East division, right now the Redskins are still on top of the division at 2-2. They lost a tough, big blowout on Monday night to Drew Brees and the Saints. And congratulations to Drew Brees for breaking the passing record that was set by Peyton Manning. Congratulations to Drew. He is one touchdown away from joining the 500 touchdown club along with Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, and Tom Brady. Last week I went 9-6. It's a lot less than my week before. Week before I went 11-4, but overall in the season I am 33-2, so not bad. But looking at tonight's game, man, big news coming out of Philly. Lane Johnson dealing with a high ankle sprain. Look like he's going to be questionable tonight for tonight's game. They say he will be testing it out pregame to see if he can go. And if offensive linemen, a high ankle sprain is pretty tough on them. So I doubt that he plays, but he is a tough guy. So if he does play, it wouldn't really shock me. Also, big news is Jay Ajayi is out for the year, torn ACL. He got injured in that Vikings game, which is a big blow for them, man, in their run game. They're pretty thin at running back. They got Smallwood, Clement, and I think Darren Sproles is still hurt, so he will not be playing tonight as well. There has been some trade rumors surrounding the Philadelphia Eagles and acquiring a running back. First things first, Le'Veon Bell, ESPN Adam Schefter and Chris Mortensen broke news on Monday night saying that the Eagles are not interested in Bell, and also that they do have interest in LaShawn McCoy. Apparently Buffalo is asking for a second rounder and a third rounder for McCoy. I mean, he is a 30-year-old back, but he is still productive. I think, a second and a third is a lot much, is a bit much, but I feel like, if Eagles really wanted to pursue him, they can work out a deal, maybe send a 2 and maybe a 5 or something, or two in a player, or a 3 in a player, enough to, make Buffalo, go ahead and execute the trade. But apparently LaShawn McCoy has, a good chemistry with the quarterback up there in Buffalo, so that'd be pretty tough to, to see them part ways with Shady. But looking at tonight's game, man, like I said, a must-win for both teams. More so the Eagles than is the Giants. Nobody really expected the Giants to make any real noise this year, but the Eagles are the defending defending world champions. They're having some struggles, man. Offensively, defensively, man. Offensive line has been struggling a lot. Carson Wentz has been taking a beating since he came back, and that's not good when you're coming in off of a serious injury like an ACL, MCL type deal. So him taking a lot of punishment, man. That offensive line has to be better in protecting him. Also, they got to do better with the play calling, man. They got to run the ball a lot more than what they're doing. That will alleviate pressure off of Carson Wentz and make the defense play a little bit honestly, man. Defensively, man, they're struggling as well. I mean, the defensive line is, they're okay, but they're not getting any real heat on the quarterbacks. Their run defense is pretty good. But the secondary is terrible. Jalen Mills is about a double move away from getting cooked. They're going to be without one of their safeties tonight in Corey Graham. And also, they have trouble on both sides with the corners. Got one corner getting targeted too much, by quarterbacks, and then you have Jalen Mills on the other end who's getting burnt all the time. So, let's see how that plays out tonight with the Giants. The Giants coming in, they're struggling as well. Their defense has, they are tied last back there for the most sacks, the least sacks given up. But they do get their guy back in Vernon who can help bolster, that pass rush. He's making his debut tonight. We don't know if he's going to be 100%, but he's making his debut tonight. Maybe that might change things for the Giants tonight. Also on offense, man, they have struggles too. Offensive line, they can't protect Eli. Eli needs to move more towards going, short passes. They can dunk down the field. I think they can get it done that way. It's going to be a mess. gonna be a messy night tonight, and we're gonna see how everything plays out. With that, it looked like it's gonna be like a running type of game tonight, more so than past, since with the weather, pouring rain and everything. That's what's supposed to be predicted in the forecast, but you never know. It could turn out to be a beautiful night for football. We might see a whole bunch of passes. Might end up being a shootout. My brain tell me, the Giants will get the win tonight. My heart tell me Philadelphia, man. I don't know. This is a must win for these guys, and Philly, man. They're really in some trouble. Outside of, you got guys in the locker room, like one of their linemen has come out and spoke about him being benched and saying, it was one of the players basically like that ended up getting him benched. That kind of stuff right there, man. You the defending champions, man. That stuff, you can't let none of that kind of stuff leak. That's why I tell people, a lot of these Eagles fans, some of them, they keep it, real with me. And some of them, man, you try to tell them something and they act like, just because they won a Super Bowl, they act like they know how to win and everything like that. Like, bruh, like you just started. Like, like I tell people, I'm a Patriots fan and, I am blessed to see this team, for the past 18 years to be contending every year outside of like two of them. One of them was 11-5 and they didn't get in the playoffs. Miami got in, and the other one's the year after the first Super Bowl. They went like 9-7. So, but just to watch this team be consistent. Like I tell people, I said, the difference between New England and everybody else is that, they come in hungry, every single year. It's not like, we win and then we get complacent. And I see a lot of that with the Eagles. Like, they can't, like last year they had like that underdog mentality. And it seems like this year the hungry dog is like full. Like, they got their title and they just think they're going to come into every single stadium and they're just going to roll. Like, teams is going to give you your best shot, especially when you promote yourself. Before the season started, guys in the locker room walking around with Target shirts on, talking about they embracing the target. Well, right now, everybody is aiming at you and everybody's taking shots. So, you have, if you're going to be talking like that, you got to back it up, man. The Eagles, man, their play calling is trash, on offense. They need to go ahead and run the ball more. Man, you need to save your quarterback. You cannot put this guy in a situation to, drop back so many times and he's taking so many hits. I'm not even counting the sacks, man. He's just taking hits. If you look at the games every week, this dude's taking a punishing. He's getting punished. But this is a must win because, the next couple of weeks, it's going to get hard. Like, you got Carolina after this. Then you go to London with the Jags. You got the Cowboys, even though the Cowboys ain't looking too hot, but it's still a division game. And then you got the Saints. So you have a tough and then you still got the Rams later on this year. Like, this right here, man, like you have to win this game because 10-6 is going to get you in the playoffs in that division. Everybody thinking they gotta go 9-7, but you got to still look at the Redskins, man. The Redskins, you can't sleep on them. Yeah, they got blown out on Monday, but everybody know the Redskins get kind of weird, man. They end up winning games that they got no business winning. Then they end up blowing games that they ain't had no business. They had business winning. They should have won. Except for Monday night. Monday night, the Saints blew the doors off of them. It was a very emotional night for them. Drew Brees passing getting the passing record. But just looking at everything else, man. The Eagles, for tonight's game, like I said, it's tough. You might not be with Lane Johnson. That's telling me in my heart, just say, Eagles just need to run the ball tonight and run heavy. You don't want to let Vitae be back there and then, the Giants' defensive line just start taking advantage of that and then they start coming in and start crushing Carson Wentz. You don't want to do that, especially on a wet field. He already had an injury last year. You don't want to put him in no situation where it's going to be bad. You need to protect him. If it's running the ball 30 to 40 times a night, then just do it. More so than pass. It should be more of a 60 to 40, run to pass ratio. They're not running the same amount of RPOs they was running last year. It's just kind of different. I don't know if it's because, the offensive coordinator is gone. He's not a head coach in Indy now. I have no idea, like what's really going on with the Eagles. And I know a lot of fans are still optimistic. They're saying, it's still early. But once you get into October, man, this is when it starts getting real. September football is different. You had the first 4 weeks, football's played in quarters, man. The first 4 weeks, yeah, you filling out and trying to figure out yourself. This month right here is what you need to start coming out with, because come like November, this is when you know who you really are as like a team. You know what I'm saying? So, this is a tough game tonight. I think it's gonna be close. Like I said, somebody's gonna win. I was trying to fumble with with the score tonight. I normally put up a little bet on a parlay, and I normally pick the Thursday night games. This week I'm not. I'm so like it can go either way. Like this game can be a Giants close win, or Eagles come out and just blow the doors off the Giants type of game. Like you don't know what you're gonna get. You don't know what Eli you're gonna get. You don't know what Eli is gonna show up. Is it gonna be the Super Bowl winning champion Eli Manning, or is it just gonna be Eli who just throws the ball with his eyes closed? Like who really knows, man? Like keynotes, man. Last year, like Eli played the Eagles pretty well. He lit them up in both games. I think he went over 300 yards. I think one of them he went over 4. They ended up losing both of them, but they were tight games. So I kind of expect the same. And even though it is raining, I think they're going to run. They should run the ball more, but I think more in the passing game is going to be a lot of short passes, like short passes to Odell, short passes to Sterling Shepard, and a lot of people are sleeping on Sterling Shepard, man. I know people was talking about Jalen Mills matching up with Odell Beckham. I think this might be Sterling Shepard over there on Mills, over there on Mills' side. So, that's still gonna be a tough matchup for him, and we'll just see how everything shakes out, man. Like I said, the Eagles do got the number 1 rushing defense coming in, but to that, but on the flip side, the best running back that they seen all year was Devontae Freeman in week 1. The next 4 games, they really going to see some real heavy-duty backs. And, you got Christian McCaffrey next week, and you might have Leonard Fournette over in London. It depends if he's back or not. Then you have Zeke Elliott coming in with the Cowboys. Then you're going to have Mark Ingram and Kamara coming in with the Saints. So, it's about to get rough, man. So, tonight is a must-win for Philly. I'm going to give a final score. Let me go 28-24 Eagles. Eagles will be the first road team this year on Thursday Night Football that comes in and get a win. So I'm going to go 28-24 Eagles over the Giants. My heart is telling me Eagles. My brain is telling me Giants. This is so tough to pick because of the situation that both of these teams are in. And I don't think, like right now the Eagles aren't playing like a Super Bowl championship team. I don't know what's going on over there. Like I said, you got guys in the locker room talking about, they getting benched for no reason. Like last week you seen Jalen Mills and Fletcher Cox get into it on the field. I don't blame Fletcher Cox because Jalen Mills, he needs to chill. Like, bruh, you get burnt, and then the next play that you kind of make a play on, and you're, like, getting all up in somebody's face. Dude, you just got burnt for 68 yards. Like, you need to go sit down somewhere. But like I said, I think this is going to be like a 28-24 game for Philly. I would not be surprised if the Giants won tonight. That's how I'm going to leave it. Like, it's so tough. Like, I can't just sit back and just say somebody's going to win, even though I want to. So I had to give you guys somebody. So I hope I'm right tonight because I'm not trying to lose, like, my first Thursday night game of the year. So, like, with that said, 28-24, Eagles over the Giants. Hope you guys enjoy this game tonight. I will be back later on in the week with my Week 5 picks. Also, we got some fight news that I want to get into. With apparently Manny Pacquiao has signed with Al Heyman, and the rumor is that Manny Pacquiao versus Adrian Broner, January 12th, 2019. Winner fights Floyd Money Mayweather in May. That's the rumor right now. We'll see if it happens. I'll discuss more about this later on this week, as well as get into the Terrence Crawford fight, which is Saturday night. Until next time, folks. Enjoy this game tonight. I'll be sitting here just checking it out. I don't have no emotional value to this one tonight. I'm just going to enjoy it. And I'll talk to you guys next time, man. Thank you for tuning in. Hubs Huddle. We out. Peace.